There was this video once. This guild had a member who died, like in real life. He died. He died of cancer. So they all like joined up in Ashenvale, like the whole guild. It was like 50 people, and they were like doing a little ceremony. They were all like cooking and sharing drinks and stuff and whatever, and like kind of giving like a memorial for the player who died. And then like some troll came with like a high level troll came and just fucking murdered everybody.
Oh
And then, like,
my god.
and then all you hear in the chat like, "What are you doing? What the fuck? This is a funeral! You insensitive piece of shit!" And he's just like laughing and just trolling and just killing all the players.
In a world where geeking out never looked so good, two incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure. Here's your hosts, keeping up with the Geek Bros.
Yes. Keep it up, the Geek Bros podcast, episode 65. What are you guys laughing at?
You're amazing, bro.
Look, I'm trying. Okay, I like the yes. I mean, what do you guys think?
No, it's not the yes. It's just
Oh.
your excitement, your enthusiasm. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you. That's why I'm here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm your host, Vibe, and with me are my fellow Geek Bros.
Darth Flex.
Jotaro.
And introducing Majin. This is the youngest brother. It's my dog. I invited him on the podcast. He's sitting actually here in the studio, the coveted area, which the Geek Bros never graced their presence with anymore. Before we get started, Darth Flex, if you can give these wonderful, sensual people, blessed people, by the way, our social media.
Your sweet, succulent ass I can. All right. So you guys can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Geek Bros with a zero. That's GEEKBR0S. You can also email us at geekbros@yahoo.com. Please just send us something. You can also check us out on Facebook.com/Geek Bros with a zero. You'll find a lot of cool stuff there. And the first place to find us
The first place.
.com. Now, once again, we're not as diverse today. We're pretty light-skinned today, but if you want to check out these beautiful light skins, you can check us out at youtube.com/VibeRev Studios. That's VIBEREVSTUDIOS.
Thank you, sir. Before we get to today's topics, we're gonna get to comments and questions from you, the audience. I love this part. I love reading these things. I sent you guys a few of them. We're gonna scroll down, and now I've divided them up so I don't get confused, like I said last week. Our Facebook comments. It comes from Renee, who's been our missing Phantom Geek Bro. Renee, I don't know where you are. Step your game up. Somebody posted that is a petition to have Danny DeVito play Wolverine. And the post was, and I comment, I mean, why not? Regardless of who plays him, Vibe will have his grumpy cat shirt on. Hashtag RIP Grumpy Cat, which I don't know what that hashtag is about. Was that?
Oh my God, bro, she died. The cat died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You sensitive piece of shit.
I am insensitive. Listen, I just found out Harambe was killed, so I mean, like I'm
No,
behind.
didn't. We had that episode like 2 years ago.
I allegedly.
Except
So
for-
Renee commented that Grumpy Cat shirt costs Furry his eyes. His eye. What is that? What?
Nick
that
Fury.
Grump-
Remember Nick Fury lost his eyes? to
Oh,
the cat?
that Grumpy Cat shirt
Yeah.
cost Fury his eye. Yeah, that's. Oh my God, Captain Marvel. So that's thanks, Renee. We're still waiting for you to join back on the podcast. Your swarthy demeanor is missed. From Instagram comments, Squeezy Bits, who joined us last week, which was rather fantastic. I'm still kind of salty that I've asked him for weeks to join, and then Darflex literally calls him a pussy, and he joins. So,
That's the magic word, man.
that's the true story. I asked Flex, I said, Flex, how did you get Squeezy Bits to finally join? And he said, I just called him a pussy. And I said, so you're telling me I spent 2, 3, 4 weeks talking to this man, saying, hey, join. He keeps telling me no. And he's like, well, the simple things work. So, F you, Darflex. So he sends us via messenger. Mark Hamill is going to be playing a part in the next Guardians of the Galaxy, and he sent us a link. So, Squeezy Bits, thank you so much. That's actually going to be one of our topics, and we'll get into that. Continuing with the Instagram. To the Instagram comments. I got this really weird one, and it's probably spam, but I have
It
elected.
is.
I have elected to to read all of these because and it
It's
goes.
funny because I was gonna decline that when that person
Did you?
pressed it to talk to us. Yeah, because it's obviously spam.
No, I'm
It,
pretty declined. I know I
well,
declined it too, but I did a screenshot before I
it's
declined it.
it's not spam. I'm sure she has a legit business. We just don't need her business.
That's true. She goes, "Hello, I found your profile through the search page and wanted to reach out. My name is Michelle, and I specialize in helping women achieve career success.
Oh,
I help working women achieve promotions, career transitions, and/or elevate their experience at their current job. I absolutely love your social connectedness, and I wish I'd speak to you in person about your personal story, vision, and discuss potential and collaboration.
In
Let me know if
person.
you're open.
Mm.
Let me know if you're open to the chat. Warm regards, Michelle Gomez. Michelle, thank you so much. We're men. We're all men. This is
you
Geek
know
Bros.
what though? I
Huh?
think it's because everybody except me here has very sensual hips.
Listen, our hips may not lie, but still, we are men. So,
Allegedly.
Miss, it's MG Success Coach. She sent us this thing, so it's obviously it's a I wouldn't say it's spam, but it's an automatic email, and I
It's
don't know
everything.
why. Because in no way, no how is our Geek Bros page. I would say I'm not saying we're against female empowerment, but female empowering. It's just not there. So, but that was really funny. I had to do it because everybody knows how Flex feels about female empowerment. So.
Hold on. I'm all for it. It's just the superheroes I'm not for.
Superhero female empowerment.
They're not a real thing.
So moving on to a comment from episode 64's screenshot. Darth Bean said, and of course that is um, Garbanzo's handle on Instagram. He says, "So upset I wasn't able to make it there for this one. I promise I'll be there next for the next one." Well, this is the next one now. So Garbanzo, we're expecting you to show up shortly. Moving on to YouTube comments. Believe it or not, once upon a time there was a brand called Geek Girls, and there once upon a time there was a crossover called Geek Bros versus Geek Girls, and once upon a time I was editing that and I don't know whatever happened to it. So we actually had a comment on it, and it from let me see if I can bring up who it was because I don't know the username. I couldn't get the username.
How long ago was this?
10 hours ago when I got it, so that was like yesterday or something like that. Oh, from bring it up. From the original? Is that really his name? Yeah. From subscriber original, literally. I don't know how they stumbled upon us because this video was from a while ago, but he comments, tried to copy Marvel. Dude, do you know how many times Marvel copied DC in the comics? This was a response to the comment made by our former host. He said in the trailer that Marvel DC was copying Marvel in the Captain Marvel review that we were doing, and that would, believe it or not, that video will come out, but it's being slated to come out as a lost episode on.
Oh, you mean Wonder Woman?
Yes.
Okay.
That video is actually pretty much done. I just never finished it because of all the graphics. It's slated to come out for the Geek Bros YouTube when we launch that this summer, so you'll see it then. But yeah, he made that comment on the trailer, and so yeah, that was fun. I think that is it. Yes, and that is it. Oh no, that is not it. Sorry. Okay, and from Twitter comments, Suspicious Behavior Productions sent us a comment on a mention. Oh no, they tweeted us. They tweeted at us.
They did.
Twitter. So it goes at Geek Bros. Hello. Would it be possible to email you review copies of Invasion from Planet Wrestletopia? When a disgruntled pro wrestler declares himself galactic champion in the universe, a planet of alien wrestlers considered a declaration of war. Thanks. We reached out to them, and they actually did send us the first 2 volumes, and we will be doing a special review on this podcast, Invasion from Planet Wrestletopia. So look forward to that. And that, my dear audience, is our audience participation for this episode. I'd like you guys to clap. Are you slapping your knee? What are you doing?
His nutsack.
I saw right? So, gentlemen, tell me about your weekend, Darflex.
This weekend, it wasn't very eventful, actually. I just worked a lot, man, honestly. Believe it or not, outside of this, we do have real lives. So please, sponsor us. That way we can give you at least 2 to 3 podcasts a week.
No, it's true. That is true. Once, and I did say that we do have a Patreon. I'm working on our tiers. I just need to actually get with the core members of the Geek Bros to agree to these tiers before I actually set them up. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It's all in motion. Joe Taro, the Not So Stallion. How was your weekend?
So white.
It was. I know. I am. I had a.
That's why he's wearing a white sleeveless, because it's whiter than his skin, so it makes it feel like he actually has color.
Every time, why is it every single time I have to talk about my weekend? You two idiots have to go ahead and chime in.
This is the first time I've ever chimed in, man.
I love Flex. He's amazing. I had a very uneventful weekend as well. I was actually studying, and I was studying for my certifications that I'm trying to get for web development.
The GED. Finally, man. Listen, you. I'm sorry. You got your GED last year. We all know that. Carry on.
Oh God, I can't stand Vibe sometimes. He's the bane of my existence. Anyway, no, I've been studying for my certifications to become a web development, a front end web developer.
Like a webmaster?
So, pretty much, yeah. And it's actually not as hard as I thought it was.
No, it's not. The thing with webmaster is that you have to have an eye for like creativity and talent and placement.
Right.
An eye that I never knew you had. And I don't, so this is actually news to me.
That's actually one of the hidden talents that you probably did not know about me.
Is
after
that
all these years?
Really?
Yeah.
Allegedly. I mean, I'd love to see this, but I don't want you to I don't want to say disappoint me, but disappoint me. So I'll just take your word for it. You know what I'm saying?
It's fun. It's a fun adventure and a journey. It's going to be a good journey. So why don't you sit back and shut up and wait until I create something that you'll be like, oh wait, you know what? Maybe I can use Joe Taro for a Geek Bros website, an official nice website. Better than the one that is currently.
Oh, Geek Bros doesn't have a website.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Geek Bros has an extension of the Vibe Studio site that I haven't done much with since.
My point.
Busy.
Prove my point. I can create one, and you can look over it and see if you like it, and then we can.
Lex, what the hell are you doing? What's going on over there with your screen?
Just put it down to check some glitter.
Some nose glitter?
There's just glitter here. I don't know why.
I didn't know.
Very random.
Until he actually said glitter. I was like, wait a minute, what? Glitter?
So, are you? Was that your weekend? Are you done?
That was pretty much. And just movies and stuff. Nothing really. Studying in movies, so
Well, that's good, man. I'm glad to hear it. Majin and I, we kind of shared the weekend experience. Friday for me was a lot of nothing, working. Saturday, however, was errands with my mother. I had to do a quick pickup at the airport for Majin and our grandmother, so they're down to have some good, jolly, good, clean family fun. Sunday, however, for my mother's birthday, we actually took a day trip to Key Largo, which was both fun and incredibly exhausting on my part. Majin, you want to give us a little rundown on that? Bring your chair up closer, man. Get closer. No, closer.
Stop bullying your brother, man.
Closer. So we here at the I don't know, what is this called? Which podcast?
Geek Bros.
There we go. We here at the Keepin on the Geek Bros podcast do not condone bullying of any kind, except for Joe Taro. Pretty much what we did was.
Can't hear him.
You gotta speak up. All right. Closer.
Come on, make love to that microphone. Let's go.
That's it right here.
Hello, people. Can you hear me now?
No.
Yeah, I really can. Can you? Oh, stop, you son of a bitch. All right, carry on.
Pretty much a quick rundown of what we did was the chocolate shop where we all pretty much got ice cream.
Key Largo Chocolate. Shout out to them. Send us free stuff.
To this what was it, restaurant?
Big Chill. We went to Big Chill. Sent us free stuff. It was lovely. It was delicious. I had
Send us free stuff.
Snapper. Shut up. Hey, listen, I want coupons. I want gift cards. Listen, send me a meal in the mail because they have some fantastic fish tacos there. Jerk chicken, jerk
Fish tacos.
I had Snapper. And I ate that. You
Okay.
ordered
Rest me up a snapper.
but you didn't actually get to eat them because you had pizza,
Yeah.
and it came out late.
Yeah.
And then I took it home and I ate it. Fantastic. Where else did we go?
Hell.
The last and final stop was the beach. Forgot what-
Coral Reef Park. That's the only place they have nature trails there. They got a man-made beach there. We usually do the nature trail, but we all got tired. Sat down. Who was that? That was you, Flex?
No.
That probably came out of Jotaro's ass. So, so yeah, Coral Reef Park. So we had a good time. It was a day trip back and forth, stuck in a little bit of traffic, but other than that, it
Stuck in what?
was a little bit of traffic.
He sucked on a little traffic.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I said stuck in a little bit of traffic.
I know what that means.
Okay.
But
Good save, bro. Good save. Good save.
no, that's exactly what I said. I said I'm stuck in a little traffic. So anyway, so that was it. That's for the weekends. Fantastic. So since Garbanzo is not here, Flex, you're gonna take on his
He is here actually.
He is where?
He
He
just said
sent
hello.
a message. He just sent a message.
I didn't see any message. So.
He said hello.
You're too busy sucking on traffic.
Oh, shit. Okay. So what is he doing?
Let me add him really quick.
Speak-
Bam.
Adam, he's on it.
I mean, to like the video call, bro.
But he should just be able to get in because I dialed him too.
Oh, I don't know.
That means we're gonna do the picture again.
I just. No, we
Look how
don't.
excited you
Just like
sound.
Photoshop his face and then just put like
No,
Garbanzo
man, I got
beating.
time for Photoshop. I gotta do the picture again now. I've been trying to avoid doing a picture on air because it's like weird dead space when we do the picture on air.
Well,
Oh.
I can ventriloquist talk while we do this picture and it won't be dead air.
No,
Hey, hold on, wait.
we still need your-
Gentlemen, I can't see everybody.
I
We can't see you.
either.
Now I can see. What the? Are you wearing a blouse?
Yes.
Yes.
It's pretty. Wait.
We lost it.
Joe, stop.
Hold-
No?
hold
No,
that
my
thought, gents.
my
Hold on.
Skype just stopped working for some reason. I don't know why.
Keeping the Geek Bros. Episode 65. Train recognition. Love it, guys. Love it.
My
Garbanzo-
apologies, people, for that.
Garbanzo, we need to retake a picture.
All right, sounds good.
All right, come guys. Let's do it again and
Yeah, they just started recording.
So yeah, not that air.
allegedly.
So,
You ready?
It was a beautiful day. Gotta take the picture. I'll
Guys
keep
ready?
talking.
Guys ready?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep talking. It's for the fans. You know, there's not that there. We love
Wait,
everybody.
I can't see JJ or.
Got it.
Really? That's-
What did you do? That's perfect. I gotta move on. All right, so moving on.
Wait.
Garbanzo, we had just done our weekend recap. If you want to just chime in real quick, how was your weekend?
Weekend was great. Work was fun, and but the only thing that kind of wrapped it up was, well, Game of Thrones, which I'm actually on the fence about, but we can talk about that later.
Yeah, it's on the shot. Did you wanna, since you missed the last podcast episode, shame on you? Did you want to touch on your little cruise vacation or?
Oh, actually, I would love to. So I went on a cruise, had fun, and got married.
You got married on the cruise?
This is the first time I'm actually announcing it, so yes, I am announcing it to the
hold
world.
on. No, repeat that. You got married on the cruise?
Yes, I got married on the cruise.
When the fuck did you decide to do that?
We have been talking about it for a little bit, and then because PHS had some they had some great people that worked with us, and we told them the whole story, what happened, and it actually ended up being amazing. So
you guys eloped. That's what that was. You guys ended
well,
up
no,
eloping.
actually, both our parents were there.
What?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
You know, he told us all of this when we were really when we were drinking in Chicago. I don't know if you remember this or not. This is the news, bro. Like he told us his complete plan.
He
and
did.
he
told me.
yes, he did.
Joe,
he read of his plan.
Joe, were you there? Did you hear this plan too?
Once I was in Chicago, you dunce.
No,
but
I said
I
were
don't
you
remember.
around when he discussed this plan? You piece of shit.
I was probably No, I wasn't that drunk. We weren't drunk like that.
Right, but I don't remember hearing this plan. You heard this plan?
Oh my god, bro! He even read us something very heartwarming.
No, he read. I remember that. I remember his.
I don't.
I do
I'm
remember
not gonna lie to you. I don't remember any of that.
No. I remember the vows, but I do not remember him saying whatsoever, we're going on a cruise, we're going to get married. Because we would have done something. We would have said something. We would have toasted to something. We would have. Are you serious?
The whole thing was that we weren't planning on really saying anything at first because we're gonna have the big wedding next year. But then we both kind of decided a couple weeks ago, actually about 3 or 4 days after we got back, we're like, why not? Let's just do it.
That's it. Why not?
So
wow,
and that's
well,
and that's why I'm actually cheering with. I bought this bottle in Jamaica. I overpaid for it because
I used that bottle for kombucha, the Boom Boom rum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
It's
It's amazing, but I overpaid for it in Jamaica because
I'm sure. How much did you get it for?
They tried to sell it to me for $70. I started laughing at them.
It's like $39 at a.
Yeah, exactly. So
wine.
I talked them down to like $40 because they threw in a bunch of other free stuff, so I was okay with it.
Yeah, that's how it works. Well, I guess
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
This is, if had I known, I would have had like actors and crap and done some kind of skit. But so yep, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen.
The whole thing was we did want it to be a bit of a surprise, so
I'm surprised. All right.
Yeah.
Well, cool. We need to take you out for a post-wedding something, and maybe take you and Pink Jess out to something. I don't even know. I feel lost now. Thanks for tuning in for Keepin the Geek Bros. I've been vibing. No, okay, let me stop. Okay. All right. Well, Garbanzo, if you have the outline up, your script.
What's going on with the Geek Bros, gentlemen?
Not a damn thing. I've been busy since I've had family down. I've been able to do no work. This is actually the first real time I've spent in my studio in about a week. As we speak, the video recap of last week's episode is loading to YouTube right now. So Flex, I cannot concentrate. Whatever you're doing, you guys gotta watch this stuff. Flex is
no. But here's the thing: is I actually cannot see either Vibe or Flex right now. All I can see is Joe laughing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That is the stuff of nightmares. So if you guys want to tune in later on tonight, because of course these podcasts go up every Wednesday, you will find the video recap featuring Squeezy Bits. He was on it. The YouTube, and that's really about it. That's about it, guys. I'm telling you, I'm so busy that all I have for you is the video recap, which is literally exactly a week late, and it is going up right now. It'll be up before this podcast is up. So check that out if you want to see those faces from that episode.
Awesome.
I still have stuff coming down the tailpipe, but once I get back into things,
tailpipe.
I'm sucking traffic. So yeah, so that's about it. That's about it with Geek Bros. If you guys have something to say to me, you guys want to give me a hard time, email us bros with a 0 at yahoo.com and tell me that I suck. And as long as you email, I'll still read it.
So what are we talking about today?
Today, on Keep Up the Geek Bros, episode 65. I almost said 64. We've got the fresh set. Geek Bros of the week. Who is eating and it's crunching? No crunching while I'm doing the thing. I need this for editing on YouTube.
God damn it, Joe.
I'm drinking rum, so whatever.
Fantastic.
Water.
So in my hand.
Take 2. Fresh Sense. I got the Geek Bros approved movie of the week. What's new in the gaming world? We have video games out this week. The battle for Azeroth continues. Sony and Microsoft are teaming up. Ooh.
Yeah.
Inebriated Fitness. The low side of high testosterone. You got what I did there? Low side of high testosterone.
Yeah, we all know you have low testosterone. Move on.
Wait a minute. Wait, what?
The low side of high testosterone.
Oh man, I completely misread this. I totally pressed something else. Whatever.
Okay.
I'm so smart it doesn't matter.
Okay, exactly. For Anime and Animation Invasion, we have Rick and Morty Season 4 announcement. Love, Death, Robots Part 6, When the Yogurt Took Over. Gadgets R Us, nothing this week. For Open Mic, we have the Game of Thrones episode finale and season review with those guys, because I don't watch that stuff. Robert Pattinson to play the Batman in Matt Reeves' movie. Avengers Endgame, Worrying Snap issue has been resolved. Mark Hamill talks to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Ooh. A Detective Pikachu non-spoiler review brought to you by Majin. And Invasion of from Planet Wrestletopia Issue 1 and 2 review. Can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 65. Time for the Fresh Scent. Geek Bros approves movie of the week. Aladdin. Young Aladdin embarks on a magical adventure after finding a lamp that releases a wisecracking genie. This is Disney's live action trend of remaking their old movies. Is anybody gonna watch this?
No.
I am.
Well,
I mean-
it's because you're married. You have,
I'm
you
not
have-
gonna
Yeah.
watch it in the theater. I'm gonna watch
Because
it.
your
at home.
significant other is like likes Disney, like people like cocaine, so she's gonna drag you to it.
Actually, believe it or not, it's actually I'm the one dragging us out to see it. Only because
Oh.
hold on, let me
I'm
explain.
not judging. We're not judging.
Okay, so my whole thing is this. I'm curious about it, so I really want to see it. Some of their other live action adaptations have done very well, and I want to see what it's like in the theater. I saw Aladdin in the theater when I was a kid, so seeing the live adaptation, I want to see how it holds up.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's the thing is that Aladdin, it defined my childhood. I loved Aladdin. Actually, I had a best friend, who I was Aladdin and she was Jasmine, even though there's no real romance there. It was really weird, but that's how we looked at it. So I actually do want to see this movie just because of that, and I'm dying to see how they butcher the genie. I'm dying to see it. Imagine.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I actually would want to see the movie just because of the sheer memes that have gone around with a certain actor playing the genie.
Oh, those memes.
Those memes.
The CGI memes, they're all over the place because CGI is regressing as we get further. It's regressing. So, all right. Well, I don't think the Geek Bros are going to be giving you guys a review on this unless most of us watch it and
Why don't we pull it
I
up
could do a solo
on
review on
your little Fire Stick?
We could.
That's
Just
exactly
that
how
way.
I'm watching.
And there's nothing little about my Fire
That's
Stick,
how
so
Joe
we're
watches
very
everything.
clear.
I watch everything on the Fire Stick.
Okay, so if we
And
want
he
to
steals
do
his
that,
internet.
if we want and he steals it. Why?
And I
why is that
sell
again?
shit.
Say
And I
with
sell
because
stuff.
he's a scumbag. Right.
Actually, were you able to like flip those celebration pins and
all of them.
Really?
how much you get for it?
How much you get for it?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For everything or just the pins?
Everything.
Well,
Total?
everything and then break it down.
So
You
total
mean
I managed.
itemized.
Scumbag.
Okay, so total I managed to get about $750.
$150?
You son of a bitch.
Dude, you're such a douche. I love it.
That's not bad. Me. I still have
Dude,
my stuff. It's still in mint
He
condition.
made money by going.
He did.
You
I
made all your
mean-
money back.
All of it back. All of it back. Unfortunately, it's not. I can't touch it. But yeah, I made all of it back.
I
Can't touch
shirt.
it. It doesn't
How
belong
much?
to me.
How much did the shirt sell for?
The shirt. Some idiot bought that for about. I think it was like 95 plus
Because-
plus shipping.
I have
Plus
an extra
shipping.
large one, but it's too big for me.
Plus shipping, which was
Might as well
actually
just sell that shit.
Well, mine's
It's
actually too small for me,
$100.
so.
Yeah, switch it
but
up.
Pink just loves the shirt now. She
Or you
wears
could
it
just-
all the time.
or it's just a small suggestion. Just sell them.
That's what
Yeah,
I just said.
yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying to
you
sell
can do
me.
that, yeah.
$750. You are. Oh my god, bro.
Wait, how much for the pins though?
The pins. Hold on, let me see.
Hold on. Are we really gonna break this down? We're not breaking this down right now.
Well, no, I'm super curious. No, because I mean, I'm not a pin collector, so I mean, I'm just kind of curious, man.
What did I do with my pins?
Oh, I know exactly where mine are.
Oh, me too.
The pins. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is kind of like a little bit out there for the pins because I was shocked. But $290 plus shipping.
For the whole set.
Full set.
Damn.
Wow.
So
You had 3
basically-
sets or 2 sets?
Hot damn.
I had 3 pins.
And you sold the posters too?
The poster too. The only thing I didn't sell was the Xbox membership.
You are a piece of dog shit, dog. Oh my god, Joe. How,
I don't
taking
even
advantage
know
of
what
these
to
poor
say.
nerds. Like, do you think they're gonna be able to pay the rent for like pay their parents' rent from living in their basement after spending all that money on those pins?
Like, listen,
Like,
if they're
bro.
living at home, I'm pretty sure they can afford it.
Ah, that's their
Listen,
bus money,
yeah,
man.
We gotta move on.
If they
That
were
is
selling
hilarious.
tickets for Endgame for $10 grand, I'm pretty sure you could sell it.
What?
Nobody bought that. Come on.
No, one person bought that in Jersey.
Oh my god. Oh, it's close.
Oh,
Jersey.
that explains a lot,
crash.
though.
Crash.
About
Crash.
5-6 tickets when IMAX Endgame for
Wow.
God damn it! Where are my pins?
Ah, look at you. Look at you. All right. So with that being said, we're going to move on to what's new in the gaming world. Video games out this week, presented to you by Darflex.
There's actually a ton of video games out this week, man. It's gonna be
All
a
right.
long.
Like to
Just
hear.
go ahead and sit back, guys. All right. So we're starting with May 21st. We have Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered for the Switch, which includes Liberation Remastered.
nice.
We have Atelier Lula, The Scion of Ireland for the PC, PS4, and Switch. We have Everybody's Golf VR for PSVR. Resident Evil 0 for the Switch. Resident Evil HD Remaster for the Switch. Resident Evil 4 for the Switch. Cities, Skyline, Campus for the PC. Observation for the PC and PS4. Slay the Spire for the PS4. Fission Superstar X for the PC, Xbox One. American Fugitive for the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Killing Floor double feature for PS4, PSVR. Team Sonic Racing, PC, PS4, Xbox One. Whoa, is this on PS4? All right, Switch. We have Skelly Celeste for the PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Dauntless for the PS4, Xbox One. Beat Saber, the official launch for the PC. Now, this is May 22nd. We have Mechanic Miner, Steam Early Access for the PC. Gladiabots for the PC. We have Gunlord X for the Switch. This is May 23rd now. Ooh, Total War, Three Kingdoms for the PC. Tennis World Tour Roland Garros Edition, PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Pathologic 2 for the PC. Conglomerate 451, Steam Early Access for the PC. Swine, HD Remastered for the PC. Balance a Lot for the PC. Wave Circles for the Rift and the Vive. This is May 24th. We have Dollhouse for the PC, PS4. Splitgate Arena Warfare for the PC. Zera Survival, Steam Early Access for the PC. Sword Art Online, Hollow Realizations Deluxe Edition for the Switch. And that is it for this week.
That's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad. Thank you so much, Darflex. We're going to move on to the battle for Azeroth. Did we lose somebody?
No, sorry. I'm having an issue with my my Skype.
It happens to the best of us. It happens, one in every man. We're going to move on to the battle for Azeroth. Darflex, give us that update.
Okay, so as far as the Battle for Azeroth, since the last patch that I told you, there's really been nothing, but there's been more and more beta tests of World of Warcraft Classic, which I don't know who likes that game. Really, it ends at Nextera Mass. So once you beat Nextera Mass, right, there's nothing really. You pretty much beat the game, because they have really right now at this point no intention to release anything Burning Crusade or further. They're always going to end before the Burning Crusade. What the fudge? Okay. So, I mean, they changed a few things. The game runs a lot smoother. The graphics look better. But it's still going to be the same thing, just grinding and grinding. Really, again, like I said, once you beat Next RMS, you pretty much beat, quote-unquote, the game. Because there is no plans of releasing any expansions for it at this moment. And if they are, they're probably years away from it.
Flex, I got a question real quick. Sorry to interrupt you. When the Classic does come out in September, what's going to be the final either dungeon raid, but what's going to be the final one for that?
Next RMS.
Oh, so it's going to be that too. So once you beat that in the for the Classic in September, that's you pretty much. They're not updating it. They're not updating it after that. They're gonna not.
As of right now, they have no plans. It's just the 3 phases. You do the Ragnaros, all that bullshit, and you finish off with next Mass. And then pretty much you're just in world. I don't know if they're gonna have any dailies. I think that was a little bit newer, but I mean it's pretty much just grinding and grinding. It's just Warcraft Classic, World of Warcraft Classic with a little bit better graphics, a little bit better engine, and a few glitch fixes. You can no longer hump walls to climb them. You can't no longer like kind of like walk around and just like glitch yourself through like places like Manhighjaw and stuff like that. So
Okay. And you're not getting it, right? You don't plan on getting it.
no, I mean, like to me, you can get the same thing from the current Warcraft games.
I know, yeah, of course.
Like okay, you may not have some of the you may not have some of the in-world events like in the newer version because obviously that already passed. Like when certain patches come out, there's certain in-world events. Like when Xeramas first came out, the Ziggurat was going around Azeroth and like dropping like undead and like scourge stuff.
I remember that.
So I mean, obviously in the new one you won't see that because the new one where you begin, it pretty much kicks off in the beginning of Cataclysm. So you don't really experience the openings of the Burning Crusade.
Okay.
It just goes right into Cataclysm, which Cataclysm and Mr. Pandaria are kind of like in the same thing.
Right.
The Mr. Pandaria came out after, but they're kind of in the same timeline. So
Gotcha.
that's
Okay.
pretty much it. I mean, other than that, I mean, the game's going pretty smoothly. I'm pretty excited for this new patch so I can see what's going to happen with Thrall and Sylvanas. Hope that cunt dies. And yeah.
Tell us how you really feel.
I mean, I would appreciate if some of our listeners would join us, or at least give us some feedback, or maybe give us some topics they would like to talk about Warcraft. Not necessarily just the game World of Warcraft, but Warcraft as a whole: the books, the movies, the games, the canceled Warlords, or sorry, the canceled Lords of the Clans, which should have been a pretty good game. But yeah, just let us know, man. I would love to talk more about World of Warcraft. I just need, some more interaction with the fans, because basically I'm just giving you what I'm getting off of my own gameplay and the current updates for the game.
Well,
And
put out
join
a poll.
Flex's Guild.
You seem to be doing really well with those kiss my ass polls you be putting up there about me. So go for it. They're doing well.
Which polls?
The Twitter polls.
Which ones? I think I'm the only one that do them.
You are the only one. I post very little on the Geek Bros Twitter except for our stuff that I post on
Twitter.
So I'm stretched thin with Twitter when it comes to that. But okay, well, tell the fine folks how to find you on World of Warcraft and to join your guild or your
Absolutely.
Pyron or whatever.
So
Guild.
my actual gamer tag for that is Social Brute, like the word
Shake your head at
social,
me, boy.
and then Brute together. But my current character that I'm playing right now is a level 5 Goblin Rogue. His name is Thuglow, Thuglowe. Yeah, I'm on the Burning Blade server, and our guild is Harbingers of Darkness. We have gold.
That's right. So if you guys want to play some gangster shit,
Unfortunately, I would say one thing about the new version of it is kind of pussified because they kind of give you the option to PvP and a PvP server, so I can't really bully anybody. Which, man, I would love to just, there was this video once. This guild had a member who died, like in real life. He died of cancer. So they all like joined up in Ashenvale, like the whole guild. It was like 50 people, and they were like doing a little ceremony. They were all like cooking and sharing drinks and stuff and whatever, and like kind of giving like a memorial for the player who died. And then like some troll came with like a high level troll came and just fucking murdered everybody. And
Oh my god!
And then all you hear in the chat like, "What are you doing? What the fuck? This is a funeral, you insensitive piece of shit!" And he's just like laughing and just trolling and just killing all the players.
Oh my god, that's horrendous.
And then he and his friends just stayed there, so the people couldn't really come back and resurrect him and same spot because they just kill him again. It's really funny. Like if you look up like trolling videos on World of Warcraft online, they're actually pretty funny. And that's what I miss about Classic though, is that I can no longer do that. I can no longer go out and like ruin people's day,
It's so bad.
oh my god, you guys. Well, thank you so much for that.
I don't
update.
even know what to do about.
Oh,
I don't know what to say about that. That's
That's
the
really
thing.
funny. We're gonna move on to Sony and Microsoft team up on Google Cloud and Gaming ahead of Google Stadia. What the hell is that? So this article comes from Polygon.com, the only place to receive our news from. Actually, we haven't really used Polygon in a while. Sony and Microsoft are teaming up to develop new technologies for cloud-based gaming services, which I have. This is going to be terrible. A move that looks to shore up both console makers, as Google has planned a gaming streaming service. It's called Google Stadia. And it appears to enter their market. Obviously, the two companies, PlayStation and Xbox platforms, have current hardware and software that compete directly in this space, but their collaboration will contribute greatly to the advancement of interactive content, Sony's chief executive says in a statement released by Microsoft. The two console gaming rivals signed a memorandum of understanding, which both companies will explore joint development of future clouding solutions in Microsoft Azure to support their retrospective gaming platforms. This is interesting. So, what do you guys think?
I think it's that they're. I mean, it's. Here's the thing. I mean, I'm okay. I mean, the thing is that they're scared of Google. Apparently, I don't even know why. The thing is that we've gone away from the hard. Like now, the reason they look the Xbox, the new Xbox X coming out, is actually Xbox One coming out is going to actually be strictly digital content, no hardware. Like it's going to have a hard. It's going to have no discs, no. So it's going to
because how do we get our like statues and cool stuff you get with the bundles?
I mean, I get it. I get it.
And you pay shipping and handling.
Yeah, you probably get mailed. Yeah, you get it mailed. I would assume you do.
But a lot of people now are just like buying the digital copies, and instead of getting the statues, they prefer getting in-game content. So that's kind of what people are going nowadays.
I've always been a physical medium kind of guy, and if it's not a mobile app, I want the game in my hand. I want it physical. I want to see that. You know, yeah. So, like, I've never been one to download a game from online, buy it and download it at home. I just no, I purchase something, I want to see it. I want to have it sitting there on my shelf. Majin, you kind of grew up in a weird transition between physical gaming and online gaming.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
Yes.
18.
16.
Okay.
What?
Can you buy alcohol?
I can't see him, so I'm saying 23.
Can you buy alcohol?
19.
Alcohol. 21.
Damn it! I was close.
Yeah. So
I was close.
What do you think about this digital streaming future when it comes to, video gaming?
So, you know what? I'll ask you a question with that. What happens if a virus gets on the system or so on, or corrupts the game and so on? What happens then? Aren't we pretty much screwed?
So you're concerned about hackers and with digital media?
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about.
So that's when Sony or Microsoft refunds our money and gives us a new system.
Oh yeah, but you know what? Do that. I really think hackers have more respect for that. They hack kind of different things, not video games. I've never really heard too much of video game hacking because, really, I mean, you're
doing mods and stuff like that. But
but that's for fun. That's like enjoyable. Like if you're hacking video games, you're pretty much as big of a scumbag as Joe is for selling.
Yeah, pretty much. You got to be the low to actually hack into PSN.
And I want to make it very clear that Joe is not refuting the fact that he's a scumbag. He's not at all. He's accepting it. He's adopting it, and he's going for it and redirecting it back to video games.
Hey, people have to eat and live. So
no, I understand.
And
but yeah,
in someone's basement.
Exactly. I like this merger that's going to be happening. I hope the only thing that they try to eliminate is the microtransactions within games. I'm not a fan of them. I don't think they make sense to me, but
I like them because it teaches kids to realize that there's somebody out there that's better than you and more successful than you. So get your shit together. I mean, it's life, bro. It's like going outside and getting into a Honda, but then you stop at a red light. Some guys in a Maserati.
How is that? How is that? What?
Because money can't buy happiness, bro. Like, I don't understand.
No, but my whole argument about it is, if I'm playing a crappy game like Anthem for the PS4, which completely is garbage. If I'm playing a game like Anthem, I don't want to go ahead and buy with my own money, my real life money, stuff that I can basically farm.
So you mean pretty much
in-game
purchases for free?
Yeah.
On eBay. Okay. I got it. That all makes sense now. You could totally get it for free, but there's gonna be some scumbag company who's gonna sell you some shit that's overpriced.
Oh, you guys are on a roll tonight.
Oh, that's awesome.
Good question. Majin, who would win in a fight? You or Vibe?
Depends. Like,
What does it depend upon?
rules, the stakes.
You both get weapons. You both get swords.
both get swords.
Yes.
Are you training Bushido? That's right. I win. Hands down.
Wait, you train Bushido?
Yeah, I did a little Bushido. That's why I have the swords up there and the thing and whatever.
Yeah, like,
Oh, but those aren't real, man. Come on.
No, they're not. But you sharpen them, they will be. They're not
No,
sharp.
but
They're dull.
they'll break on bone.
No, they won't break on bone. They won't. We're moving on. This is it's shit like this is why our friggin' podcasts are 2 hours long now. That's why. So inebriated fitness. Darflex is an exercise physiologist with a BS in exercise and sports science. He's a certified CSCS strength conditioning coach. I got better at this before. A CISSN sports nutritionist, sports specialist, and currently an MMA weight cut specialist and nutritionist. Today's topic is the low side of high testosterone. Now, testosterone is a hormone that is responsible for many of the physical characteristics specific to adult males. It plays a key role in reproduction and the maintenance of bone and muscle strength. The effects of excessive testosterone on the body depends on both age and sex. In males, too much testosterone can lead to precocious puberty, resulting in infertility, weight gain, osteoporosis, decline in sexual desire, etc. Darflex, can you elaborate on the low side of high testosterone? Now, we talked about low testosterone before, and then you made a comment last time that some homosexual men have higher levels of testosterone, and that kind of is what started this whole conversation about that. So we're not,
Wait,
if
so
you can
are you trying to tell me that one of the lows of having high T that you're gay?
no, there are, just like I read, you can have
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
weight gain, osteoporosis, and decline in sexual behavior. I'm only saying that what inspired this was that you had said something where, because we had thought that high testosterone was fantastic, and so you had said that there was a downside to it, and you also said that, believe it or not, that homosexual men actually have a higher level of testosterone, and that's why you said that that's why they dress so well and smell so great, or something like that.
So I've never heard of weight gain. I mean, unless they mean weight gain as in lean body mass and not fat mass. But then again, you got to think about it. So is it natural testosterone that is high, or is it exogenous that you're pumping to test into your body? So you got to approach it in two different ways. If you naturally have high testosterone, there's a pretty good chance your body has a pretty good hormonal balance with estrogen and progesterone and so on, or hydrotestosterone, whatever that shit is. So you should be fine in that point. I mean, you'd pretty much just be like a genetic freak. You'd be like, who's a good example of someone that's just genetically gay? Yoel Romero, one of Cuba's best fighters. Allegedly, he doesn't take steroids. I think he doesn't, but if you look at him, it looks like he's taking every steroid in the world. But he's taking multiple tests, and he's clean. So,
I mean, could he be taking, things like free testosterone?
Nah, that's not gonna really do much. So there has been some issues with high testosterone and training. So I guess the biggest thing is training, right? It's osteoporosis. It's probably more centered towards muscle growth because the muscle is going to grow much faster than your bones are.
Yeah.
And so just even after your growth plates seal, your bones still grow, not vertically, but they do grow horizontally in density. So just because you're lifting heavy weights and you're putting the stress in your joints that your joints aren't necessarily ready for, but your muscles are way ahead of them, that's going to have a pretty negative effect. And as we know, androgynous testosterone or like androgenic steroids do cause a significant growth in skeletal muscle. Okay. Weight gain, again, never heard of weight gain unless you're taking testosterone and you come off of testosterone and you don't do a proper like a PCT kit, like when you come off of it, you might gain some weight, you might get gynoplasia where you grow like actual female breasts. And let's see. The whole thing about testosterone and your wiener gets small, that's not true. Your scrotum shrinks a little bit, but as soon as you come off of it, it comes right back to normal size. So that's just, people who don't even lift just want to talk shit because they're disgusting. Okay, let's see. Well, if you think about it, most haters are just, people who can't achieve what they're hating on. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's see.
Understood.
One thing that I have seen or have heard, this is completely anecdotal. So this is not, like I said, I told you I'll disclose it if it's not real science. But this anecdotal is hair loss from testosterone. Another anecdote, which there's no proof,
Look at
is
Garbanzo. Garbanzo has high testosterone.
Is
Man.
aggressiveness. Is, people say roid rage and so on. For the most part, what studies do show is not that you become aggressive. It's just that if you're already an asshole, testosterone will exaggerate how much of an asshole you are. So not necessarily an asshole. It's just the kind of person you are. It's gonna intensify what you are. So if you're super emotional, you're a very touchy-feely person, you're gonna be more of a touchy-feely person, and so on. Not necessarily it makes you angry or aggressive. There is no link to toxic masculinity and testosterone. Though toxic masculinity is something you want.
It's something you want.
Well, yeah, because without it, they would have raped and killed all our villagers. So let's see. What else?
We're not hunter-gatherers now.
Yeah, but you don't want all these like millennials and like trans boys fighting their wars, bro. Do that right now. You want to win, right?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Let's see. So
We here at the Rose
Cheers.
support toxic masculinity.
Yeah, Vibe could just go get his Bushido blades. And
Exactly. They don't
now the sex part. Again, that's I think only if you come off of exogenous steroids or testosterone and you don't properly come off of it, then you do get things like erectile dysfunction and it will significantly decrease libido. But while you're on it, you're like hard as a rock the whole time. I mean, you're pretty much ready to go, bro. Like, and a lot of the times, I guess it could be a positive or negative. To me, it'd be a positive, but you're sterile while you're on it, so you don't have to worry about pulling out.
But Flex, isn't too much of a good thing bad? So,
Yeah.
so isn't
Okay,
just
so
by the
absolutely.
name of high testosterone, isn't that bad?
So again, this is only going to apply to exogenous testosterone, I mean the stuff you put through a needle or pills. Yes, it is. Testosterone or growth hormone does cause things like atrophy, or not atrophy, hypertrophy, which is growth of muscle. Now, it also will enlarge your heart.
Yeah, that was one thing I wanted to ask is like, doesn't it affect your heart as well? Because your heart's a muscle.
This is if you do it improperly. For the most part, if you do steroids properly, dose it as you should for your body to go, for the most part, there's very little to almost no side effects, like negative side effects, right? One of the biggest things people is just they see in the media, bodybuilder this and that, he dies because of this and that, but they don't really know what's going on. They just hear, for instance, Rich Piana died 2 years ago. This dude was like, he looked like the Michelin Man. Like he just abused, like he literally abused steroids. It's not steroids itself; it's just substance abuse. I mean, you can abuse water and get hyponatremia and die. It's just too much of anything. But yes, so that to your point, too much of anything, yes. And again, this is only applicable to exogenous steroids or testosterone. For the most part, your body's not going to produce. I mean, unless you're genetically gifted, and that's not a negative thing. Your body's not going to produce that much testosterone to where it's affecting you negatively, unless you have some kind of obvious hormonal imbalance, and even then, it's like, it's not really a bad thing. The one thing you want to avoid is high estrogen in men, not testosterone. Naturally, that is. Let's see. Lead to. Okay, so precocious puberty. Yes, like if you take exogenous testosterone as a preteen or a teen, you're going to have, one, it's probably going to stunt your growth. That's one thing it's going to do. Remember, I said the muscles will grow much faster than the bones, but what that's going to cause is the epiphyseal plate to seal, so you'll probably be shorter if you take testosterone at an early age because you don't give your body enough time to put the proper stress on the bones for them to grow longer. So that's one thing you should be careful with. Matter of fact, like if you're a kid, you should, if you're under 45, you shouldn't be taking steroids. And if you're under 45, you're not competing for anything, you shouldn't be taking steroids either. I only recommend them past the age of 45. I mean, if you want to feel good, look good, play with your kids and not be falling apart because you had a rough life, or if you're competing in a sport like open class bodybuilding or open class physique, and powerlifting, and the strongman, like the world strongest man competition, that is absolutely an open class steroid competition. You can't get like the mountain without steroids. That dude eats steroids for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh damn.
And I mean that he admits it. If you watch his if you follow him, it's just you have to. Also, it's also not illegal, so it's not frowned upon.
Right.
I think it's like with any kind of medication. At least from the conversations I've actually had, conversations with Flex about this kind of stuff. There's that curiosity for myself as well. And I think it kind of comes across with almost any medication. Like if you use it properly, it's there's a benefit. But if you abuse anything, it's going to hurt you.
Mm-hmm. And then the last thing I guess here is infertility. Now there's a big difference between infertility and I think it's being sterile. It's
Right.
a difference for fertility and being sterile. You can be infertile and then be fertile, and that's not a big deal. I mean, trust me, girls do it all the time. It's part of their cycle. Men can too, and I mean, honestly, to me, that's a plus. That's a plus. If you don't have to like worry about like having a kid or waking up to a text, to me, that's a plus. And then when you're ready to have kids, come off of it properly, do everything the right steps, eat a good balanced diet, take your probiotics, do what you got to do. Put one in the chamber, and let the baby.
Put one in the chamber.
Oh my god.
Why do I feel like it's like a shotgun shell?
Sounds like it.
Should have had the.
All right.
sound.
Well, thank you, sir. Are we done? You wrapping it up, or?
Yeah, man. I guess unless you guys have any questions.
Well, I mean, Garbanzo has questions, but he said he'll talk to you about that off air.
Well, no, I mean oh my god.
Oh!
All right. Well, thank you, sir. If you want more fitness and nutrition tips, or enjoy that sweet UFC post, then follow him on Instagram. That's DartFlex. That's DARTH_FLEXX. We're gonna move on to anime/animation invasion. Rick and Morty season 4, November 2019. Yes. This article comes from Polygon.com. I randomly stumbled upon this. I don't know why this wasn't like a bigger news. In May 2000,
they slid it on. They made it one post. They made one post.
Is that what it
Instagram,
was?
On Twitter, that's all I did. One small post, one small little video on Twitter, on Instagram, and I think they put
all
it on
I
Facebook.
saw was
That's it.
somebody's random Instagram story said it, and I screenshot it and went googling. It wasn't you. It was a
Dan
girl.
Harmon.
Trust me, I know.
You cheater.
And I was like, holy crap. So I went searching for this article. In May 2018, Adult Swim announced that the network's flagship animated series, Rick and Morty, would not only return for season 4, but fans could accept 70 new episodes doled out over the next few years.
Yes.
The only question was, when would season 4 be back? Though Dan Harmon expressed doubt over a timeline, he now has an answer. Rick and Morty season 4 will be airing in November. He in a video during Warner Media 2019 up front, Rick and Morty appeared to tell the audience about the upcoming season. So, gentlemen, how excited are we? I mean,
Very.
Extremely.
yeah, you're so excited that Jotaro, that you're yawning. Fantastic.
Look, all I can say is I'm very excited, gentlemen.
I'm not too happy about it. The fact that it's coming in November, though. I mean, that's a kind of a long wait.
Yeah.
But hey, that's the only sucky part about it.
Yeah, but time's gonna fly by really fast, though. But what I want to ask you, gentlemen, is round robin. What are you hoping to get from season 4? We'll start with Darflex.
That's a good question. Ooh, I don't know, because there's so much. Okay, maybe Evil Morty or whatever.
Yep. You took my damn answer.
Took my damn answer too.
Fuck.
Garbanzo, what do you look forward to?
Honestly, just more shenanigans. I want to obviously Evil Morty and see where that kind of goes. The new order in the Citadel.
The Citadel.
I want to see kind of where they kind of go with that. I want to find out if Beth is really a clone. I want another memory episode. I want another interstellar TV episode.
They said that's coming. They did say that's gonna come. That's definitely what's gonna come.
The ants in the eyes Johnson. I wanna know is he still selling his wares? I'm ready to go, man. I'm just super stoked. I mean, honestly, anything they bring out, I have a feeling that I'm gonna enjoy it.
Jotaro.
Shit on the floor. I don't know. I don't know how the song goes, but
Yeah, you ruined it. Now I don't even want to see
yeah,
that.
but anyway, I'm pretty much what these gentlemen said. I'm looking forward to. I also want to see more of Jerry getting abused. I think that's hilarious. I think the entire
I think
series.
you identify with Jerry.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's an allegory for his life.
Yeah. I think Jotaro definitely identifies with Jerry. Definitely.
I think if I had to choose an allegory for my life, I'd be the Rick, and Vibe would be the Morty.
I don't see that. I don't see that at all, because if we just drop, pretense, say that
stop.
your intelligence, your level is nowhere near mine. Your intellect it's not there. That's one. You say you've done a lot of dumb shit, so there's no way you're Rick. But I don't see any. I can't see you're Morty either, because
I gotta say though,
not
he is
even
pretty
for potential.
scummy like Rick though.
No, he is scummy like Rick, but Rick is scummy with purpose. Jotaro doesn't have purpose with his scumbaggery, and he can't be Morty.
Yes, he does. It's called his purpose is self gratification
and self-preservation. But that's more of an innate kind of like, that's how all humans are. That's not from intelligence.
It makes me feel good.
I know it makes you feel good, and just like any other selfish prick, that's all you care about is. But what I'm trying to say is, and you can't be Morty, because even though Morty is naive and pathetic, he has potential.
not anymore.
And you don't have any potential. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be either. I'll say maybe you could be Beth. Beth is miserable, or she was miserable. She hated her life, and she was kind of going through the motions. So I'll say that you, Beth, if you don't want to be Jerry. Beth is cool. She's blonde.
Maybe some Szechuan sauce.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to.
Jotaro, you are a mensch. I just want you to know that. You're a real mensch.
A mensch?
Mensch. Like a trooper. He takes it for the team, literally and figuratively.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I
see you guys later for that.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
No, but I overall I can't wait until it comes. I just don't want to wait till November, but I guess like Flex said, it'll be worth it. So.
Majin, you watch Rick and Morty?
I said I could.
You've never watched Rick and Morty?
I actually haven't.
You've never seen any Rick and Morty?
I think I've seen one random episode, but
why not? You're not about that Adult Swim life?
Yeah, I can never catch it on Adult Swim, but I've seen a lot of memes.
You know that there's like Hulu and there's like Netflix and there's
Yeah.
Probably
not
funny.
on Netflix.
So say what?
It's not on Netflix.
Oh, it's not on Netflix. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hulu.
So maybe we should do a season 1 marathon maybe while you're here. And
yes, that'd be a great idea.
You'll get into it. Me personally, I'm excited. I love the series. I'm excited about the fact that they kind of reset the dynamic. So now it's going back to the way it was in season 1, which I liked more. Where Rick is no longer like the head honcho. He's like kind of like back to being there. I can't wait to see that. Again, Citadel of Ricks, Evil Morty. That episode, the Citadel of Ricks was the shit. So I want to see that. And we'll go from there. I can't wait. Actually, you know what? I want to know what's going on with Bird Person and Tammy. I want to know what's going on with that.
Dude, well, didn't Tammy turn on them?
Tammy turned on them, and Bird Person was killed.
Bird Person is now Phoenix Person.
Phoenix Person, right? He's now a thing. So
spoiler alert, by the way.
Too fucking late. So anyway, yeah, that's it. If you guys are interested, or you have anything you want to talk about season 4, by all means, email us geekbros@yahoo.com. We'd love to hear what you like, what you're excited about. We'll read it later. Now we're moving on to Love, Death, Robots Part 6, when the yogurt took over. Now, after scientists accidentally breed super intelligent yogurt, it soon hungers for the world domination. So, the good, the bad, the ugly. Starting with Dark Flex, reviewing when yogurt took over. Flex.
The good was those titties. Remember that girl who was like in front of the White House? I actually went back twice to watch that scene.
But that was the animation was weird. It was blocky and weird. It doesn't matter, dude. Just
blocky boobies or blocky boobies.
Okay, all right.
But
like watching Minecraft.
I mean, that's one of my goods. But so have you guys ever read the Wesleyan anthology of science fiction?
Yeah. Nope.
No.
Okay. It's like a bunch of short stories. It's excerpts from actual books. But oh man, this one actually reminded me of my science fiction literature class. It was actually pretty good. I liked the story. It was simple, but it's like, wow. Because this story has been made many, many times. This time it was just yogurt.
True. Yeah,
I thought it was just good. Something so simple. And then we can. It's like the iPhone. Something so simple, but we become like slaves at the end.
Dependent upon. You're right. Garbanzo, yogurt.
I mean, I actually I enjoyed the kind of I enjoyed the story overall. For me, the good was just kind of a warning, and I dug it. I kind of dug that. So yeah.
Now you mean a figurative warning, or like literally we're gonna create yogurt that's gonna take over the world?
You never know. It's possible, man.
True.
Yogurt could also be, or Skynet.
Okay, yeah, you go an allegory for Skynet. Jotaro, yogurt taking over the world.
The animation, I don't know if you guys noticed, but the animation was hilarious.
It
wasn't like over the top. It wasn't bad. It was like just funny.
It was like a really good Minecraft cutscene. I liked it.
And it reminded me of one of those shows that they used to play on Adult Swim way back in the day when at like 2 in the morning used to come on. The same animation they used for that was for this, but this was a pretty good episode. It kind of like reminded me of some Black Mirror type story where
you're right.
Where, like you know what I'm saying, like where like society would we as people just never learn from our own dumb mistakes. So a simple yet nonsense thing like yogurt happens to take over half the world. And what? It didn't even take over Ohio?
No, it that was like his base of operations.
Right.
I totally agree. No, but I think it wasn't necessarily like that human beings are dumb, but it kind of made it very clear that no matter what it is, no matter how absurd, human beings are codependent creatures. And they're looking for something to lead them, whether good or bad or whatever. And the yogurt, they rose up, and they didn't take over. We handed it to them in this animation. They were smarter. They could take care of us, and we were just like, yeah, sure. Instead of standing up and saying, okay, teach us how to be better, we just said, here, take it all, and just make life easy for us. So we're codependent creatures. So it was kind of like a commentary on how we become dependent on whatever is most convenient, to the point where now most of the industrious world, we don't know how to grow our own food. We don't even know where our food comes from. You know what I'm trying to say? So if and when the freaking lights go out, we don't have the basic survival skills, because we were all about the convenient. That's exactly what happened. It was more convenient to let yogurt tell us what to do and make our life better. So when the ending happened, they're like, holy crap, now what are we gonna do? The bad gentleman.
Hold on. At the same time, though, I will say this: the yogurt did give explicit directions. It's just the problem is that man has an innate problem, whereas
self-destruction. We're self-destructive.
It's not so much self-destruction as when they think that they're smarter than everybody else.
You're right, but if man had a level of maturity, instead of saying, oh yeah, say the fail of the podcast. But at the same time, it's like, fine, we make mistakes, but we mature enough to say, okay, we make mistakes. Well, let's try again. We'll do it over again. No, after we made that mistake and screwed up everything, we just hand it away as a do it for us kind of a thing. And this is all good for me. I loved the allegory. I love the message that it was saying. The animation was funny. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the narration. I love that voice. I don't know whose voice that was, but
it was great.
Yeah, it was great. It was perfect for this. It was like like a documentary. It's fantastic. The Bad, Darth Flex.
No bad.
No bad.
No bad.
Jotaro.
I don't have any bad about this.
No
I just
bad.
no, I really don't have any bad.
Bonzo.
They left us.
That's the bad. They did. Spoiler alert. Majin, you didn't I'm not asking you because I assume you didn't watch this either. Love, Death, Robots. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, we got a lot to show. Maybe you gotta come over and maybe tomorrow just straight up watch these things.
Binge watch Rick and Morty and binge watch Love, Death, Robots.
Can you believe it?
I love the
Two
robots
girls, one
really
cup.
quick. This is
Yeah, it is. We can get through that in the evening. So I would assume for me, no bad either. I love this episode. It wasn't my favorite, but it definitely was up there. So what was that?
I don't know.
Fantastic. Any ugly gentlemen?
No.
none.
None of
Right,
no.
well, so this is another one of those Geek Bros approved episodes of Love, Death, Robots Part 6. When Yoga
Great episode. Great episode.
Check it out.
Fantastic.
And again, if
episode.
you guys are watching Love, Death, Robots, because we are literally going through every single episode till it's over. So if you guys have something to say, give us your opinion. Hey, listen, we even got Squeezy Bits to watch the show after listening to a couple of our episodes. So, we are influencers now, ladies and gentlemen.
Netflix sponsor.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
yes, absolutely.
saying,
Now go
All right,
to the kitchen,
so we're skipping
find your
gadgets, so
sharpest
Russ,
tool,
for gadgets.
and press it against your wrist, and go down hard until all the red juice comes out.
I have.
If it hurts, don't stop. Momo loves you.
Oh my god. Open mic. We're gonna move forward with Game of Thrones episode finale and overall season review. Now these gentlemen watch Game of Thrones. Majin,
Yes.
Game of Thrones? Don't feel bad. I don't watch this either. So this is gonna be a Jotaro. You're gonna lead this because this is your idea originally. And you guys go have at it. First, let's hear the episode finale review, and then I want an overall season review. And go.
Gentlemen, what did you guys think about this season finale? I, for one, have mixed reviews about it. I'm not. I'm on the fence. I understand the whole arguments with people saying it was rushed and it was perfect. I get both sides, but I'm not quite sure how I feel about this. So,
All right.
what do you think?
My whole thing is this. I don't want to say that it was. I mean, there's okay. So spoilers. I'm gonna just say that right now.
Yes, spoiler. Yeah, big
There are
time.
lots and lots of spoilers because I'm not gonna hold back on this. I love this. Overall, the season was interesting. I liked it. It was enjoyable. It was entertaining. There's some things that I loved about the ending and how it played out, and there's one or two things that I really just it kind of pissed me off. The one thing that I mean, it came to the conclusion where it came to. I get it. I know why they went that way, and honestly, it makes perfect sense to me.
Okay.
But it makes perfect sense to me because of the episodes that we saw. Now, if the episode 5 was any different, where a certain what's the word crazy bitch would have gone apeshit, then it would not have been. I would love to have seen things a little bit differently. Now, on the other hand, so the finale had to be the way it was. Now, one character in particular that really I was pissed out of my skull of the way they treated him was Jaime Lannister.
Okay, you mean the way he died, or just his character development?
No, just his. They spent 5. I want to say 7 full years. But actually, I want to say 7 because it took about 2 years for him to start developing a conscience and actually start becoming a regular human being.
Right.
So I want to say they spent 5 years having this guy realizing all the things he's did wrong, realizing, the whole, stooping his sister might not have been the greatest idea, all the things, watching his kids die, growing a conscience, realizing the bigger picture, and then all of a sudden, in a snap of a finger, he goes back to the first day because he's in Winterfell.
Right.
I mean, come on, bro.
Rushed. That's why I feel as if a lot of these characters were rushed, and I just don't.
I agree.
Normally, Don't they for 7 seasons? Didn't they make 12 episodes per season? Was it 12?
I
Or
think
was it?
Something like that.
either 10 or 12. I want to
So
say that,
imagine if they added just 4 more episodes to this season, or 3 or even 3.
I think it would have been better.
I
Right.
mean, at the same time, though, where would they have gone with it, though?
Exactly. Right. Well,
They would have at least made like, I don't know. It seemed like we just flashed to everything.
I mean,
Oh, no.
I would have liked to have seen.
I heard that the reason they picked this ending is because they had multiple endings and the original ending got leaked, so they just went with this one.
that's
That
what I
makes
pretty much.
sense.
Yeah, it's like kind of like a roulette thing to me.
But
Like,
George
that's
R.
like-
Martin said that this is not going to be the ending in the books once he publishes it.
Okay. Well, let's put it this way. I'm okay with this ending, only because of what ended up happening. Now, what drives me insane is this: we have a female lead who, yes, she does these dastardly, horrible things. She kills these slavers. She crucifies hundreds of individuals. She has zero tolerance for killing a bunch of Kauls who are planning on probably doing worse to her than what she did to them, and all this kind of stuff. But she has to kill one slave, and she beats herself up over that for episodes. Now, you turn around, that same individual, because they killed one person, she's going to kill a bunch of innocents, including children?
She's the woman, bro.
But it doesn't make sense to her character.
Makes sense to me. She's the woman.
Ah.
That's my answer.
I'm kind of 50-50 with that. I agree with Lex because at the end of the day, unfortunately that's how women are portrayed when it becomes to something emotional like that. And she had a lot of emotional, like, punches to the face for the past couple of seasons.
No, actually, though, this
So-
season alone, the season finale of last year, and then this season alone has been constant, like, gut punches to her.
I mean,
She's unable to bear children. The only children she has are her dragons, and her dragons are one by one picked off.
yeah, well, yeah.
And what the hell is that shit about? Like, literally, who the hell just flies in? And what kind of moron? Like, honestly speaking, I'm sorry, your people are dying. Your people are exhausted, and you're gonna be like, let's walk right in to a fresh unit of 20,000 soldiers. Let's just fly in there and hope to God that my limping dragon and my other dragon is gonna be able to handle everything. I mean, come on, bro.
You know,
Well, wait.
as much as I hate, I mean, trust me, from the bottom of my heart, as much as I hate to sound like Vibe right now, that was just poor and lazy writing.
No, it was. I think we all should quote Vibe and actually take a page out of his
Look,
book.
trust me,
Really,
it is literally killing me inside right now to say the bullshit he says, but like I'm about to, like, it's killing me. It's killing me to sound like a queen right now. But
Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay.
I agree. So overall, it's that we all three of us agree that, or at least I think we agree that the writing for this season was very rushed. And if they would have had more time or more episodes this season,
Now,
to
at the
actually-
same
I
time,
don't think this season. I
I'm gonna
think
play
just the last few
I'm gonna play
episodes.
devil's advocate on this because we had about 4 episodes that were longer than usual. So
Right.
we could say it says 6, but we're closer to 8 episodes total in time wise.
everything was still botched though, regardless if it was 2 hours per episode. Everything was rushed. I mean, how the hell did she have more unsullied and Dothraki men after the whole night, the Night King fight?
Oh,
I
because
mean,
well, that's
because
okay.
they were on 2 different flanks and she only sent one flank in.
But wasn't half of her army dead in the fight? In the Night King fight, wasn't like half of them dead?
Yeah, half of them.
Majority of them, at least.
Yeah, but
And then all of a sudden,
she had how many Dothraki? She had like almost 30,000 Dothraki,
she had a large number, but apparently
and it was 100,000 freaking Unsullied.
something like that. Someone mentioned how all of her men weren't at the battle, at that time.
Yeah.
I don't.
That is a possibility though. Like strategically speaking, you don't put everybody in the battle. You have to leave some reserves. That's how every battle works, man.
Right.
That's why I didn't have a problem with that. I'm like, all right, well, I mean, yeah, I can see that. But the thing, here's one thing why I do agree with what you're saying though. When you look at the at the end of every episode, the writers start explaining how the episode went, and that Weiss guy that one dude, the writer, he says that Daenerys essentially saw the end of the Dothraki. So that's the only reason why I would say, oh, that's bullshit. Because like, didn't he just say that was the end of the Dothraki, and then here you are, King's Landing, with like a couple thousand more?
Yeah.
The Unsullied, I didn't see a lot of them die. I mean, a lot of them, but I didn't see like the whole.
Yeah,
Unsullied
no,
army.
there were quite a few of them died, but not many. Almost all the Dothraki horde went down.
So that's the
That
only
was
gripe
obscene.
I have about it.
And one thing I will say is, and one thing that I feel like it was robbed. I didn't get to see Arya stab Cersei.
I honestly did not want to see her kill Cersei. I wanted to see Tyrion or Jaime kill Cersei.
Yeah, I would have loved. I would have loved someone else kill Cersei besides a rock.
Yeah, because Arya already got the fucking Night King. I mean, more than that, it was just be jerking her off the whole fucking season. Like, be a little bit more creative, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
I get it. I mean, okay. I guess I could see that. Okay, so how about this? To actually not completely shit on Jaime's growth throughout the whole last couple years, if Jaime would have turned around, had a conversation with her, realized that she is still an evil, psychotic cunt, and then I don't know, backhand her with the golden hand of fate, and killed her.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been
actually would have been a better outcome than a bunch of falling rocks killing them both. A way better outcome, because I did not like how they died. I didn't.
No, I thought it was. I thought that they had peace, almost. Like that was like she didn't deserve any kind of solace, and she had solace at the end.
And you want to know what's kind of funny to me is that the part where after John, spoiler alert, killed, Danny, and it panned out like it fast forward to like a couple of months later or something like that, and Tyrion and Jon were in the jail cell, and the guy who plays the leader of the Unsullied basically took over King's Landing and kept them both in prison. The part where they finally came out to tell their convictions and speak, it's funny to me because like when the Unsullied left and sailed away, all Jon had to do was just like be like, okay, yeah, I'm heading back to the Wall. I got sent there. Let me just wait until they leave. They set sail and leave because they're not coming back, and then just hop back into King's Landing and chill there and relax. But
yeah, for real.
And now
like, they don't have Facebook.
For him to end up right where he started, like that kind of so much growth just to become but he's gonna become the new commander.
No, he doesn't. It seems like the Night's Watch gets disbanded because there's almost nobody there, and they just go to the true north. And he's probably now the king of the Wildlings.
He is probably the king of the Wildlings. Now I will say I love Sansa. I love what they did with Sansa.
Fuck that bitch.
No, come on, dude.
Sophie Turner is she's.
I mean, she's hot. No, she can get it, bro. But I mean,
but no. But the character itself, where it started, where it ended. I love Sansa as a character. I'm very happy what they did, that she ended up the Queen of the North.
I'm very happy that Ramsay Snow duked her in the butt.
Well, yeah, because we wouldn't have seen Ramsay get eaten by his own dogs. If
that was a beautiful scene too.
That was an
amazing scene.
That was an amazing scene. Amazing writing, amazing scene. But unfortunately for us, this last season was not so
mediocre. It was mediocre at best. It didn't live up. It didn't live up to what the legacy of what the Game of Thrones has been.
Pretty much.
It's another How I Met Your Mother ending, bro. It didn't end the way it was.
Watch that now. I like that ending. Okay, be careful now.
No, but
bro, I'm sorry, man. I love How I Met Your Mother. It's one of my favorite TV shows. Like me and Jess can recite like episodes after episodes. But that ending, it was lackluster. It was not what I was hoping for. I wanted more. I wanted more, and I didn't get it.
Are we talking about
she
Game
said-
of Thrones or How I Met Your Mother?
Well, that's the thing is that I'm comparing the ending of Game of Thrones to the way that I feel about the How I Met Your Mother ending.
All right, so then let's do it like this. Game of Thrones, is it epic or an epic failure?
Epic overall.
Epic overall, yes.
Overall,
The
epic.
only epic failure
Season 8
here is
was-
you for not watching it.
Yeah.
I watched the entire series. My favorite character is Triron. I followed him from the beginning to the end.
Right,
I-
this is-
I like
Tyrion.
I like where they put his character.
Try- this
when
is-
he-
I
when
feel
he-
like
When he fought the rock giant, I was like, "Yo, that's the shit right there." So,
he's
You know what I'm
obviously ladies and gentlemen,
Triron, you're my
Okay.
my homie.
Vibe the idiot.
I'm gonna go ahead and ask you these questions. Vibe.
Same questions like last week.
Similar. Do you like kissing boys?
And that is it for Game of Thrones episode finale and season review. If you guys agree with the Geek Bros or you want to give your own review, email us at geekbros with a 0, GEKBR0S at yahoo.com. We're going to move on to Robert Pattinson to play the Batman in Matt Reeves' movie. Now, this article comes from Variety.com. Robert Pattinson to play Batman in Matt Reeves' movie. Warner Bros. Exclusive. He's going from sex symbol, I don't really know about that, to bat symbol. Sources tell Variety that Robert Pattinson is in negotiations to play the Batman and Matt Reeves' forthcoming superhero film, which hits theaters June 25th, 2021. While sources say it's not a done deal yet, Pattinson is the top choice and is expected to be close, but they have no comment yet. So, what do you guys think about Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne / the Batman? How do we feel about that? Darflex!
Well, here we go. I'm gonna say fuck no, but I've also seen a statement from Robert Pattinson and saying this is all just a joke, like it's an idea that fans threw out, but it's not for real. He has no intention or any pursuit to want to play Batman.
Cool, Robert Pattinson.
I don't see him as Batman. He doesn't see himself as Batman. He's come out and clearly said that this isn't real. He's not going to be Batman.
When did he come out with that?
Like yesterday or 2 days ago.
Okay, allegedly. Garbanzo.
All right. The only way that I'd be okay with him wearing any kind of cape would be if they were doing a Batman Beyond and they brought him in as the
Terry McGinnis, but he's
as
too
Terry. Well, no, hold on. He could play the Terry McGinnis character, and then have the one true Batman,
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, come back as.
Oh, okay.
That is
I'm
the
over with
only
that.
way that I would be okay with.
What if they CGI Adam West?
What?
Oh man, don't do that to me, man.
Oh,
I love me some Adam
too
West,
soon.
dude.
Too
Too soon, bro.
Too soon. Joe Taro
To Adam West.
to Adam West. Joe Taro, a glittery, glowing in the sunlight Batman. How do you feel?
No.
That's why he only comes out at night.
Yes.
Anybody
No.
notice that his hair is darker?
Who's?
Shows.
Yes, because he's whatever he was going through that originally made him dye his hair. It's over. That's all I can say. And we're all happy that he came out of that safe and unsliced.
I will say though I missed the red beard.
I don't whatsoever.
Vibe hated all of it. He hated all of
No,
it.
I did not condone it. I
He
didn't
was
support
jealous
it.
because he can't grow that kind of facial hair.
No, I am jealous of the facial hair, not what he did to it. Okay, it's like he has a gift. He's got a beautiful, luscious beard. It's a gift, and he wanted to dye that shit. Like, what is that?
He got so mad.
He had split ends on his beard all the entire time we were in Chicago.
Oh man, yeah, it was bad. I don't like the idea of him playing Bruce Wayne, Batman. Why can't they just get Scott Adkins? If you know Scott,
Damn,
I know
that
you.
would be
I
good.
know Flex knows
Scott-
Scott.
Good.
Scott Adkins. Google Scott Adkins.
He's like in every
Adkins.
John
popped
Carter
up
Van
right
Damme
away.
movie.
Someone was listening. Apparently, yeah, no. Oh God, yeah. I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know exactly what
Scott
you're talking about.
He's a
Adkins
legit
playing
martial
Batman.
artist.
He would be absolutely perfect for this role.
Or hear me out. In some alternate universe, Batman is black.
I knew you were gonna say that bullshit. I knew it. I knew that was coming. I knew you were gonna say that. Or First World. One of the two.
And
You should.
it's Michael Jai White.
Michael Jai White.
Yeah, but he's huge though. Is Batman just naturally huge?
Some Batmans are huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, there have been some.
Okay,
Okay,
I can
well,
see that though.
Okay, so what about Killmonger?
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
I
Too
don't.
young,
Nah.
too gay. Like he's just too pretty, man.
No,
Nah,
but
nah.
I mean, he can play the Bruce Wayne part very well, and we know he has the chops to play that brooding character.
Yeah,
That
but I think Michael Jai White has more of a natural look to it. And when I see Michael B. Jordan, I don't see a strong man. I see like a pretty fuckboy. No, like, and it's just his face. It's just his face. He's like that one kid in high school who only watched anime, and then like started lifting a little bit of weights.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scott,
Scott
how do you feel about Robert Pattinson potentially being Batman?
This question. What movies did Robin Patterson act in?
Oh my God,
Twilight.
Twilight. Oh,
Twilight.
Twilight.
He's the Twilight guy. Look, this is the guy. Look, you don't see his
Twilight.
face. Twilight. He was Cedric Diggory in one of the Harry Potters. That's he's known for Twilight.
Twilight.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't know if I heard this from probably one of my friends, but it looks like he can play a somewhat Wolverine-esque type of.
That's just this picture that you look at.
That's worse, dude.
That's just the picture. But okay, so you don't really.
That role is already
know
taken by Danny DeVito.
What? Who?
Yes, it is, and it has to be done.
Yes,
I need to see it.
I agree. So I can be grumpy about it. I honestly, when I first read the whole Robert Pattinson thing, I grimaced a little bit, but then in the end I said I don't really care because I don't really care about what DC's doing with their stuff. There's no, since Man of Steel I haven't cared, and I really like Man of Steel. That's one of my guilty pleasures. So I really don't care whatsoever. But if you guys care, you know what you do. You need to email us. We're gonna move on to Avengers Endgame.
But I will say, I honestly, joking aside though, I will say that he has played a few roles where I don't know. I'm not completely against it as long as he doesn't like glitter in the sun. But the memes will come out if he does become Batman. The memes are gonna be gorgeous and fantastic, and I cannot wait for him.
That's gonna be fun. So we're gonna move on to Avengers Endgame. Worrying Snap issue has been solved. So, spoiler alert. We've all seen Endgame, right? Already seen Endgame?
No.
Have you seen Endgame?
Yes.
You have not seen Endgame?
Wait, Joe, you haven't seen Endgame?
No, I'm kidding.
It's fine.
Joe, you haven't
Say
seen
it.
Endgame? Okay.
I heard the ending anyway. So
Okay. Well, anyway, so spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
So
Spoiler.
Hulk snaps everybody back into existence, and the biggest question was, if you guys stayed for the ending of Infinity War, you'd have seen that there was what was her name? Agent Hill, and Nick Fury were in a car, and they got out, and one of the things you saw was a helicopter slam into a building and explode because apparently the pilot was snapped. They said the question was, when Hulk snapped everybody back, did everybody just return to exactly where they were? And basically, there was things that people are returning to you know what I'm trying to say? Like nothing. Like what if they were on a bridge that doesn't exist anymore? What if they're in the sky in a plane that doesn't exist anymore? Were people just dying? So what they said was that because Hulk was smart Hulk, he took that into consideration and he brought everybody back in a safe way. So, and I didn't think about this, but what did you guys when he snapped everybody back, did you even think about the fact that are they all coming back to exactly where they were the moment they disappeared?
No, because I'm not a fucking asshole. And trying
How
to look
so?
at this.
But that's a legitimate question, though. And
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like
it's
realize
illegitimate.
that enjoy the movie. It's all fantasy, man.
it is all fantasy, but you can't. But if a plot hole is a plot hole,
It's
though.
not a plot hole because just don't think about it. I mean, do you think Scarlett Johansson takes a shit in the movie at all? I mean, I'm sure she does, but just
hold on,
don't think about it.
hold on. But Scarlett Johansson taking a shit is not a major point in the narrative.
Yeah.
It all depends,
It's
bro.
not.
Butterfly effect,
It
man.
has nothing to do with it. Okay, you guys are being jackasses. I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
Okay, next.
Look, my point is this. My whole thing is this. I think it's people just are just trying to think too much about it.
It's not too much. It's a legitimate question. Everybody disappeared in one spot. and it's apparent that all the Avengers disappeared and returned exactly where they were when they disappeared, because even
then how the hell did Spider-Man and Spider-Man they didn't travel from another planet.
Yes, they did. He used a
Doctor
wormhole.
Strange.
What are you talking about? Strange.
What the hell was Spider-Man? What the hell was Spider-Man swinging on once he got brought back? Did you guys notice that? You know when he usually swings.
Yeah.
What the hell was he swinging on?
Do you know what?
Off screen.
Oh,
Off screen
just
rubble.
yeah.
Oh,
You know what I'm thinking about?
planets.
You know how they were working really hard to get the Infinity Stones away from Thanos?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange was there. Why didn't he just send him to Mount Everest?
Oh.
Tony didn't have to die, man. Tony didn't have to die.
Well, hold on. Maybe in the 12 million things he saw, he tried to do that and it didn't work. See?
Come on.
There you go. Come on.
How the hell is Thanos gonna get there though? He doesn't have the Infinity Stones anymore.
Pretty much.
Well, okay. Well,
I don't know,
here's a good. The same way that discount Hulk got back from the Himalayas.
Whoa! Discount Hulk.
Here's another question.
Yes.
Why did nobody just shoot Thanos in the face?
With what?
With a fucking gun. Bucky had a gun. Bucky is an outstanding shot.
Yeah,
You're telling me
You're
couldn't shoot him from 500 yards away?
that bullets would have had an effect on him.
Just how you're assuming that motherfuckers would have came back somewhere else, bro. God
No,
damn.
that is the question. Oh no! Hold on.
Plot holes.
Hold on.
Shocker
Okay.
to the face.
Everybody disappeared, and Spider-Man made it very clear that he reappeared exactly where he disappeared when he came back. He's like when he told Stark, "Oh my God, we disappeared. We came back and we're on this red planet." So he made it very clear. So that question is allowed to be asked. However, okay, you don't know if Thanos has like Superman levels of skin. He headbutted Captain Marvel. He didn't crush his skull. She just didn't react. So you're gonna assume...
she still has soft skin.
What?
She moisturized.
She moisturized.
Jinx, you owe me a blow.
I hate this topic. I'm moving on. Moving on. Okay,
Right,
I
will say
took
this.
quantum physics, bro.
Here's the one thing though. I will say that I actually saw a video last night on the actual snap itself, and it was I forgot who actually I think it's called like science something or other. Anyways, but the whole thing is he actually do the mathematics of the amount of gamma radiation that actually was caused during the snap itself, and let's say the average person. Let's say it takes about 21 megajoules or something like that, millijoules of gamma radiation to kill someone within a few hours, and that snap through the math. I think they said it's about 1 million. It was just obscene. So that's kind of explaining why.
Bitch Captain Marvel snapped it instead of Tony. Tony didn't have to die, man.
Well, she was knocked out. He power stoned her right off screen. Okay,
It shows you who the inferior.
I'm just telling you, it's like when he knocked her out, you might as well have seen that thing from Super Smash Bros. Game. She was knocked off screen. She was done. So
she had it at one point though. She could have just put it on.
Yeah, but they're all, I gotta watch that movie.
You know what's fucked up though? Because so when he snapped his finger, he also killed Gamora. So Star-Lord's gonna be out there looking for Gamora, and she's not gonna fight her.
No, they said that she didn't die because she wasn't technically a bad guy at the time.
No, but he snapped everybody that came with Thanos. I'm pretty sure she was done.
I read that. I'm telling you the article. Yeah, she's not dead. They wrote her back.
Gamora's not dead, dude.
Okay, so moving on. Mark Hamill finally meets James Gunn, but did they discuss Guardians 3? This article comes from movieweb.com. We got this from the one, the only Squeezy Bits.
Squeezy Bits.
So, actually, this article is just a bunch of tweets. Oh God. There's a bunch of tweets. Okay, finally stopped by at Mark Hamill himself for the cup of coffee we tweeted about months ago, and some barbecue and cornbread and cobbler. Okay, it's true. I ate Hamill out of House and Home. So basically, he went over to Hamill's house. Such a great day meeting my neighbor James Gunn. We had
weird.
We had stuff in common. Growing up Catholic, mutual love for dogs.
Mark Hamill has no interest.
And his hashtag fun with Gun, which is really really fun with,
No, it works. It works.
What works?
Fun with gun hashtag. I like that.
What? Fun with gun?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Are you
Hey.
okay with that?
Do you guys think that if President Trump gets elected again, Mark Hamill would just stop acting?
No.
No, I doubt it.
You think he'll explode?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, there's a bunch of tweets. You guys can read them yourself. That's at Hamill himself and at James Gunn. They just kind of hung out. But the theory is that he came over to hang out with him, discuss a little bit more just tea and crumpets and stuff like that. So, is he part of Guardians of the Galaxy? Why don't you chime in? You email us. What do you think? Do you want it? What do you want him to play? A villain? It'd be fun for him to be a villain. He hasn't been a villain since what, Cockknocker? So, it'd be great. So
I think.
Oh, no, we're not moving
Well,
on.
well, no, hold on. Beforehand, if you would have continued reading down towards the bottom, the reason why there's a speculation about him was it's a fan actually tweeted to James Gunn saying like it'd be a huge favor to create a role for Mark Hamill in Guardians 3, and James responded that would be great to talk about it over a cup of coffee. Says he knows he's around the corner from him in Malibu. And Mark Hamill, his exact response was, I would be happy to do so, both as a good neighbor and as an unemployed actor.
That's funny. Okay. All right, so I see that's where it came from. Well, hopefully they did. That'd be great. That'd be a great little stunt
It would.
casting. Joe Tar, do you have anything to say about this?
Not
Fantastic.
really.
So we're moving on to Detective Pikachu. Did anybody else watch Detective Pikachu?
Me.
Okay, good.
I only got
I
to
wanna
watch
see
the
it.
beginning.
Okay, I haven't watched any of it, but this has been a special request by Majin himself. So Majin, Darflex, and whenever you guys discuss the good, the bad, the ugly, non-spoiler review of Detective Pikachu. Majin, if you'll do us the honors, the good.
The good. I have to say the CGI with the Pokemon. I like how they look.
Really?
Yeah, a bit realistic, but in a way, I could kind of see in the real world. I can kind of see them walking around like that. But the like smaller, the first stage evolutions, like for instance, like Machamp and like Squirtle and Bulbasaur and them, a little bit too big if you ask me. And their heads are a little too big. If it's like resized and so on with the rest of their body, I could see it happening.
Anything else with the good? Or the story, the characters? I know the main guy. I couldn't stand his ass in Jurassic World 2, but he's more tame here. But what about the story? Anything else?
Yeah, pretty much. I liked Ryan Reynolds Pikachu. Pretty much.
Okay.
I liked it, and yeah, I did like Mewtwo as well. And yeah, that's really pretty much it for the good.
Flex the good.
All right. So for a kids movie, I think this. First of all, okay, it's not a kids movie because the people watching this are our age now. But I thought it was really good, man. I wasn't expecting much, but man, it was more than I would have expected. It was good. It was funny. Like it was funny. It had its funny little jokes. Like nothing dirty, but it's just funny because like, oh yeah, I get it. That's kind of like. I think the Pokemon looked great. Like they didn't like Sonic the Hedgehog it. They actually just made them look like what they look like in the cartoons, but they added scales, skins, and fur. Let's see. The cast was pretty good. The plot was good, man. The plot was good. It was at no point were you expecting anything super huge, and they gave you just that. It was like it's almost like a continuation of Pokemon the first movie, sort of.
Okay.
Now
you got my interest peaked.
Let's see, so like you said, Mewtwo's in a movie, but this is post Pokemon the first movie, Mewtwo when he goes to the Kanto region. So,
okay.
That's kind of where this story takes place. But like I said, cast was good. Pikachu was the shit, man. Pikachu was pretty cool. I loved Pikachu. Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of Pikachu was pretty great, and the reason why he could talk to Pikachu is actually pretty cool too. Again, the plot was pretty solid in my opinion. At no point was I like bored, and no point was like, oh, this is fucking bullshit. No, it was actually
Really?
it was pretty good.
That's awesome.
All right. The bad.
Like I said, I enjoyed
Okay,
the bad.
hold on. Sorry.
I know. I'm good. I'm good.
The bad. Majin.
I'm I'm honestly gonna disagree with the whole plot thing because, I mean, it was a good plot, yes, but after a while, like the second or, yeah, I'd say the second half of the movie towards the end, personally to me, it started to become predictable. Like it was good. It was nice and simple and everything. Like it connected to everything in the end, but you eventually it took away from the suspense. Honestly, honestly, the actors I like the male protagonist. He did his job well. For his role, the female. I'm not gonna lie. As the reporter, she kind of played her role a little bit too energetic.
Two,
Like
two on the dot.
she was what?
She's like 2 on the dot, like she was.
Yes, a little bit too energetic and talking way too fast. Sometimes I like literally missed some of the stuff she was saying. Um, other than that, yeah, I guess that's really pretty much it for the bad. Oh, one more thing I forgot to add about the good. I love the Mr. Mind scene.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was really good.
And
That was very tasteful. That was tasteful.
especially that line from um from Pikachu, him saying, "Oh, this got dark really fast."
That's good.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Darflex the bad.
The bad. Oh, it's tough, man. Cause like I can't really find anything bad. Cause like I said, I was expecting to go see like a Pokemon episode, right? So and I got much more than that. So, the bad. Mm.
Only there's something. There's nothing. There's nothing. Just that's fine.
I cannot think of a bad actually. Honestly, I can't.
You got something there, Majin?
Yeah, I remember one more.
I
thing.
know you do, Majin.
One more thing. The thing is, I didn't understand the pacing because, not going into any spoilers, of course, but the pacing, I just have to say, let's just say one character is at point A and point B is like really far away. I don't like the fact that from point A, the main character gets to point B in literally not even like a few seconds. That just completely cuts the that makes it's too fast.
Yeah, breaks
No,
the
dude. What he did is he pressed start. He went to his Pokebag and then he picked Pidgey and he used Fly.
Or maybe he used.
Is that legitimate? Or is that like the legit reason, or are you just
No.
are you just being yourself?
No.
But I mean, he could very easily have done that, though. I guess.
But they could have just taken a second to have shown that,
Yeah.
so that the people wouldn't the audience wouldn't question that. And also another thing too that I watched a review on it that they question about is that actually I'm not gonna mention that. That's too much of a spoiler. But either which way, that's what I have.
All right. Well, then, final question: as video game adaptations go, was this a good adaptation? They notoriously suck.
As it goes,
Yes.
by far the best
Yes?
one. This blows
Oh.
all the Tomb Raiders out the water. This blows all the Resident Evil out the water. I mean, it's kind of hard to beat that. Remember we watched Resident Evil and Ruby Rose got chopped up into like little pieces of the meat? That was pretty good. But just because this was pretty much like they didn't really change anything. Like it looked how it should have looked. So yeah, this was pretty like in other adaptations they changed a whole bunch of shit, add different characters, changed the way they look. This one stayed pretty true to pretty much everything what Pokemon is.
Oh, good.
Except I mean there's no Ash Ketchum, but obviously that's
There's no Ash in them, but pretty much oh yeah, one thing. They pretty much focus on, of course, Generation 1, because that's the staple of the franchise. And they put a good focus on Generation 5. They sprinkle in a little bit of the other generation Pokemon and so on, but you have to really have played the games and look through the Pokédex and look through all the Pokemon to really get all the Pokemon references and so on. But they have a lot of references, and especially to Pokemon Yellow.
Oh, fantastic. Well, if you guys have seen Detective Pikachu, by all means, send us your review. We'll read them on air. And I guess I'm sold. I'm going to watch the movie. I don't know if I'm going to pay for it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch the movie.
You're probably not.
Yeah, probably not. No. Yeah. Well, we're going to move on to our final topic, and this is a special one because we were reached out by the company themselves the review of Invasion from Planet Wrestletopia Issue 1 and 2 review. When a disgruntled pro wrestler declares himself galactic champ of the universe, a planet of alien wrestlers view that as an act of war. This is co-created and co-written by Matt Entin and Ed. Oh God, Ed. Oh man, Ed
Should have
K.
practiced this.
Don't botch his name now. Vibe. Come on.
I can't.
Seriously.
I don't know how to pronounce that, unfortunately.
Entins.
Ed Cool.
Matt Entin and
Matt Entin
Ed
and
Coolnell.
Kuhainel.
Well done.
Anyway, produced
Hold on.
by Starburns Industries Press, the production company behind Rick and Morty and HBO's Animals, and more. So they sent us their issue 1 and 2. We're gonna give a brief review of it, and we're gonna discuss it right now. Gentlemen, I assume we all read the
I tried, man. It wouldn't. I didn't get permission.
Oh, so you okay?
I thought it was good. I liked it. I liked the references. I was always a wrestling fan. Well, not anymore, but when I was a kid,
I'm looking forward to it. I really want to.
I was a huge wrestling fan when I was a kid with my brother, and they put a lot of old school 80s and early 90s references.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
In these two comics. I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought the artist who created this did a great job. It was just a great story. I love it. I'm a big fan of the reference. Again, the references that they create that they put in from the 80s and 90s was brilliant. I love that. That. And all the wrestling lingo was. If you're not a fan of wrestling or never watched it, it was fucking.
It'll go over your head, right?
I'm the man with the plan, Daddy.
It was great.
So Flex, what did you think?
I thought it was great, man. Like, I didn't watch wrestling that much when I was a kid, but I do understand all the lingo. I was a huge fan of, like, Macho Man Randy Savage and so on. But the story itself was good, man. Like I told you, I read the last page when of the second issue, when he was at the convenience store buying a magazine with, I guess, his father on it instead of buying porn. And then I was like, oh, man, because before this happened, obviously, the flashback this is a flashback. Before this flashback, the aliens from Wrestletopia had already came to Earth, challenging Rory Landell, which is the main character, by the way. Yeah. Man, I don't know. Like, it just struck me in. Like, I want to see what happens. Like, it's catchy. It brings me back to, like, when I was younger, and I like it. I mean, it's probably maybe not for kids. I don't know. What do you think? There's a little bit of profanity in it.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be. I don't know if it would be for kids.
Oh no!
Like for your brother vibe, it would be it would be good because he's 21. But
like 14 and up.
Maybe I was like 15 and up, maybe.
What is that? What is that noise? Who's doing that?
The computer.
That was very weird. That was
Probably.
Extreme. I thought it was you because you usually do that in my ear a lot on the phone.
Yeah, but for different reasons.
Damn. And the AC is on too.
Anyway,
I don't know.
No, it happens a lot actually.
I'm waiting. I can't wait till I get my. I can't wait till I get my permission to actually read this thing because I really would like to.
No, it's good, man. I think you'll like it. I think the guy's name also, his nickname, Rock and Roll Rory Landell. That's pretty. I mean, it sounds basic, but it's actually pretty neat. It's pretty cool. I like that. The little nicknames and stuff like that. It's good. Five, what did you think? Oh, are you too busy freezing? Froze. It's funny if you look at Vibe's. Well, you can't see. If you look at Vibe's picture right now, him and his brother are looking straight into the screen, and it looks pretty weird.
He's still recording, so since he's gone, let's just go ahead and do closing statements, right?
That works.
So, do you guys recommend this comic?
I recommend it. I recommend it. I think if you're a fan of wrestling, if you grew up watching wrestling, if you grew up watching anyone like King Kong Bundy, Hulk Hogan.
Well, technical difficulties aside, I'm just gonna run through mine real quick. So, yep, I absolutely enjoyed this comic. I thought the first thing that made me laugh was it said American Wrestling Federation, AWF. I cracked up. I don't know why. It just put me in a set for it. Creator Maker is absolutely Macho Man Randy Savage. Absolutely. Just the way he looks, the way he talks, and now he's saying, he's saying brother, brother, brother. I was like, yeah, that's Macho Man Randy Savage. So I was already on board from the beginning when they heard the transmission of what Rory said. It's very, very, very old school. Just like Joe said, very old school. It reminds me of when I was watching wrestling with my brother, the other one, and my father, and we were watching WCW and WWF. Very reminiscent of that. Like, I love it. It's juvenile humor, very juvenile humor, but this is not a family comic. Now, I say that because I thought from the beginning, okay, it's just, this is a comic you can give to your kids. That is until they said things with, and I quote, what is it? Bang the hooker, dry humped by a porcupine, and your tush looks great. Stuff like that. I was like, yep, this is not a family comic, so it's definitely juvenile, but it's pretty much for us, our generation, who grew up watching the heyday of professional wrestling. The main character, Rory, absolutely seems like he has a chip on his shoulder. He's got this, like, I want to see where they flush this out. There's got to be like a story there, a deeper story about why he is the way he is, and so I look forward to it. I absolutely recommend it. You guys should check it out. It's called, oh my god, I lost my outline and everything. Invasion from Planet Wrestletopia. Check it out. You guys already said you approve. Garbanzo will definitely get you the link to check it out.
I'm actually the more you guys talk about it, the more excited I am. I was like Joe. I was a big wrestling fan in the 80s and 90s. I remember watching just some of the greatest matches of all time. With my family and stuff like that, so I'm looking forward to this comic.
This thing put me in such a mindset. Like I was like, yeah, this is my childhood. So I'd like to thank Matt.
Awesome.
I'd like to thank the co-creators.
Yes, thank you guys,
Matt and Ed,
for
very much the opportunity to review this for you. We love to see some more. Send us more stuff. Send us more.
A lot more, man. It was great.
Definitely.
Flex even says that he wants to buy a paperback and have you guys sign it. Right, Flex?
I'm down.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, thank you, Flex, for chiming in. All right, so we're gonna wind this episode down, but before we go, shameless promotions. We'll start with Darth Flex.
You can find me on Instagram at Darth_Flex. That's sorry, Darth_Flex. The Flex has 2 X's in it. You can find me on Instagram at DFP or Darth Flex Performance. And if you want to see some cool woodworking stuff, you can find me on Instagram at The Inebriated Craftsman.
I like it. Garbanzo.
What's going on, everybody? On the Instagram, you can find me under Darth Bean 278. On the Twitter, Bean TKE 278. The same thing with basically Facebook as well. Garbanzo's Corners coming is I just started that recently, so you guys, it's basically just me just talking trash and having fun. So feel free to check that out. And as always, you can find me on Geek Bros.
Fantastic. Joe Taro.
You can find.
What the hell was that? You was like,
because it's tasty. It's tasty.
You can find me on Twitter. Jotaro with JOETARRRO. It's 3 R's. Let's not talk about why. And then on Instagram, it's same thing but with 2 R's. JOETARRRO.
Spectacular. Of course, I'm Vibe. You can check me out. Viberev Studios, VIBEREVSTUDIOS. That is the Facebook. That is YouTube. That is the website, viberevstudios.com. Instagram and Twitter handle. It's called Pure Brand Recognition. And of course, you can find the Geek Bros as a whole. Instagram is Geek Bros with a 0, GEKBR0S. That is for Twitter and Instagram. That's Geek Bros with a 0, GEKBR0S at yahoo.com. So also on Facebook. Check us out every Wednesday night at WeBeGeeksPC.com and see these buttery faces at least within a week after the audio recordings at Viber Studios on the Yahoo channel there. So with that being said, I'm Vibe.
Darth Flex.
Garbanzo.
Jotaro.
And Majin's here.
And
geeking out. That's right. Geeking out still sounds this good.
Keeping up with the Geek Bros.